guys, welcome to Tabby Motivate. Today I want to trigger your thinking a little bit and ask you this question. What goes into your mind when you're experiencing delays in your life? When you've prayed for something and it feels like God is taking too long before He can fulfill His promises in your life? When you've tried this and that and the outcome is nothing to be celebrated? When things are seemingly falling apart, what goes into your mind? Now, let me take us to the story of the Israelites when they were moving from Egypt to the Promised Land. It took them 40 years for them to arrive there, and God chose for them the longer and harder route, yet there was an easier route whereby they could have used and reached to the Promised Land faster and easier without many challenges. Yet God chose for them the harder, longer route whereby they faced so many challenges, having to go through the wilderness. They experienced lack whereby they didn't have food and water, and God came through and provided for them. At the Red Sea whereby they didn't see a way through, God came through and made a way for them. God wanted them to acknowledge Him. God wanted them to know that it's about Him who had delivered them from slavery, and it was Him who was going to take them and make them reach to the Promised Land. God wanted to reconcile them to Him so that they could move away from their sinful ways and turn to God. They experienced delays, just the same we usually experience delays in our lives. Those moments when you've prayed for too long for something and it seems to be taking even longer before God can come through. Those times when you've tried so many things and nothing seems to be working out. Those times when it feels like things are seemingly falling apart. We usually experience delays in our lives, and normally we usually think that like the Israelites, that God has abandoned us and He has forgotten about us. We usually think that there's someone's hand in our misfortunes. We usually think that we are just not lucky. But today I want us to change that perspective. We have seen that for the Israelites to use the long, harder route, it was God's will for them, because there was something God was preparing for them in the future. There was something God was working in them and for them. Now, when you are experiencing delays, or if you are experiencing delays in your life, this is how I want you to look at it. Ask yourself this question. What is God's will for me in this situation? What is God trying to speak to me in this delay? What is God teaching me in this delay? What is God working out for me in this delay? Because if you ask God and if you seek to find the will of God for you in that delay, eventually God will reveal His will for you. Then secondly, you'll also understand that if God is in it, then I have nothing to worry. You'll experience supernatural peace, the peace that surpasses human understanding, because then you know if God is in it, then He's working it out all for good. If God is in it, then things may seemingly be falling apart, but they are actually falling into place, because all things work together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. As you begin this week, may you have a positive-minded, perspective of looking at things whereby you ask yourself, what is the will of God for you in that situation? And you will see the difference. Thank you so much for watching, and may God bless you.